What's going on, guys? It's Joe with Endo Daily, and today we're looking at a couple of EDC packs that I have put together. Um, so I've got three different ones set up, and honestly, this is the main one that I use and carry with me every day. This goes in my work backpack. This is the Big Idea Design pouch. I've done a video on this a while back now, but I'll run through. So if you haven't seen it before, I'll run through what I keep in there. This one I set up. This is the Alpaca Gear pouch. Alpaca Gear zip pouch. Sorry. I just set this up maybe a couple weeks ago. And then ironically, one of my more recent videos was my EDC regrets. And I got a comment on there talking about, something I could use this for. So there's actually a couple of the items from my EDC regret videos that I put into here. So I'll kind of go through that, why I set them up, and where I have all these at. So first, we'll start with the Big Idea Design pocket pouch. And this one I've had pretty much all of this year since the beginning of 2025, and I've really enjoyed it. There's been some weeks where I'm getting into it quite a bit, other weeks where I don't need it, but I always keep it in my backpack so it's ready to go. So we'll kind of open up and see what we got. And in here, honestly, it's been so long. Those are just some receipts, probably from one of my last work trips, so who knows how old those are. But we open it up, and I keep just an extra cleaning cloth, one of my Kaiser knives, obviously. But then I've got my loops that I keep in here, just because when I need to stay focused and not listen to music, but I need some quiet, I throw these in. I really enjoyed these. My wife got them for me. She had a set and she really liked them. And these have come in handy quite a bit, whether it's traveling through an airport or just sitting in the office and I need some quiet, or drown some stuff out without having the music in the background. These come in handy quite a bit. Then I've also got my favorite pin, the Pilot G2 Mini. Keep an extra one of those in there. And then on the side of that, I've got these Crescent mini adjustable pliers. Honestly, I've seen a lot of different feedback on these. Some people say, yeah, they're great because they're cheap, they're easy to throw in wherever. Other people just talk complete smack about them, saying they are cheap, they're gonna break, and that I need to invest in some Knipex pliers. I would love to. I just don't think I use this well enough, and for the times that or not well enough, often enough, that for the times I have used it, it's come in handy. If these things ever crap out on me, break, bust, whatever, maybe I'll spend the 30-40 bucks for a pair of the Knipex pliers. But for now, these are doing what I need them to do, so I don't see any reason for me to go out and spend the extra money for something I've already got. Under there, we've got a mini Bic lighter, clippers, because according to my wife, my nails grow at twice the rate of a normal person, so I've always got an extra set of clippers in there just in case. Mini Sharpie, again, didn't know until very recently that they even made mini Sharpies. So when I found these, bought a whole pack of them, and I've got them stashed everywhere. I think that's it for this side. And then I've done a dedicated video on this as well, but this was just a ratchet tool that I found on Amazon, and honestly, this was probably one of the best 10 bucks I ever spent. It's got, you know, all sorts of different bits, flatheads, Phillips, a couple of Torx, T15, T20, and then an attachment as well. This thing's actually pretty sweet. It's the right angle ratchet driver, and I can leave a link or anything for this on Amazon. But like I said, best 10 bucks I've spent, because I wanted to keep some type of ratchet for some bits in my EDC pouch, and everything I was putting in here was just too rounded and too bulky, and it was driving me nuts how it was fitting in there. It kind of bulked it out a little bit too much. And when I was carrying this, in my pocket or my cargo pocket of my uniform, I don't know, it might have just been the way I preferred that it carried. But finding this has been great. It's got the bit extender with it as well, so it's come in handy quite a bit for when I do need it. And it came with some additional, let me see if I can find those real quick. So it came with a set of these as well. I don't use these as much, and if I do need something like this, that's what I've got the pliers for. So these just stay in my toolbox on my workbench here at home. But great tool, $10 on Amazon. And then next I've got a small pair of titanium tweezers. I bought this in a 2-pack off Amazon as well. There was a small set, this one, and then there was a longer set as well. Bobby pin. This one I keep for really for medical purposes, as strange as that sounds. Without getting too deep into some of those reasons, I do have to check certain things for magnets, and that's just for medical devices that are in my household. So I always keep a spare bobby pin to check things for different magnets. And then behind that, we've got a couple of band-aids, a couple of bandages. Being a knife collector, those always come in handy. And then actually I'm down to one zip tie in here, so keep a couple zip ties. I also keep a couple of these Velcro straps. I'm actually going to throw some in here now that I know that I'm out. A couple of these Velcro straps just for tying up chargers, whatever. They're handy to have. I like them. Bought a huge pack of like 200 of these on Amazon as well. So that's what I keep in the Big Idea Design EDC pouch. So I'm gonna get this all packed back up real quick. Again, bandages, couple of zip ties, tweezers, bobby pin, then the right angle ratchet driver. Oh, and then I've got a spare. I just realized that was down there. I've got a spare AAA battery for a flashlight down there. So that comes in handy if I need to, which the flashlight I carry now doesn't run off of AAA, but I've got an Olight i3T and one of these other EDC bags that would come in handy for that. So I might throw that extra battery in with that one. And then the crescent pliers, mini Bic, mini Sharpie, clippers, cleaning cloth, and G2 mini. So that is what's in the Big Idea Design pocket pouch. This one lives in my work backpack just because that's what I carry the most. This has the most gear that I would use on a more regular basis. Excuse me. And so that's why I keep this in my work backpack. Then next up is the Alpaca Gear zip pouch. Again, like I said, this one I put together a couple weeks ago. Really, the reason that I put these two together was because, one, I've got the extra gear laying around. I've got the extra knives or lights or whatever the case is. So I just threw some together because I was bored one day and figured I'd throw them in different places. So this one stays in my car. I just keep it right there in the center console. I've got in this front pocket a small screwdriver for like sunglasses, eyeglasses. Just because it stays in my car, stays with my sunglasses, I threw that in there just so it wasn't just floating around. And then really all I've got in here right now is I've got a Torinox. Cannot remember the name, which one this is. I'll have to look that up and add it in right here. The Olight i3T2, which is where I should keep that extra AAA or throw an extra AAA in there. And then just like with the Big Idea Design pocket pouch, I've got the G2 mini, an extra G2 mini, and an extra Sharpie. So it's just those 4 items plus that smaller screwdriver for glasses that I keep in this pouch. And I threw it in my car. Again, I may never use anything out of this pouch, but at least the gear is out and available to me if for whatever reason I do need it. It's most of these items I'm already going to have on me. Again, the biggest reason was just because I've got the gear laying around. It's not being used. Got bored one day, so I threw some stuff together. So that is in the Alpaca Gear zip pouch. I used this as a wallet for a minute when I first got it. Usually when I go on trips, so I can keep all my cards in there. I keep receipts if I need to save them for work. I'm not going to worry about anything falling out. But outside of that, it didn't work out for a wallet for me as I was hoping it would. It was a little too bulky. It got annoying getting in and out of the zipper pouch for me personally. So now, like I said, just kind of threw together a little EDC kit to keep in the car. And then last but not least, we've got the Rovivon RX10 EDC organizer. This came straight off Amazon. And as I mentioned, this was in my EDC regrets video the other day. So it's got two little pull tabs up there, or two tabs, sorry. And it just opens up. I got rid of the other filling that was in there. I originally had my Microtech Ultratech cut out and fit into that, but I realized I don't know why I was carrying it in there. I didn't carry it anywhere with me. That's why this was one of my regrets, because I didn't know what to do with it and why I would have a cutout for my knife in there. But somebody commented on that video saying, hey, why don't you throw it together and use that as a pack? So again, I have not used this yet. I just put this together like 2-3 days ago. Not even sure what I'm going to do with it. Probably, I might even throw this in my wife's car just so she's got some extra gear. She keeps one of my knives in there now in her car, my Benchmade Barrage, just because it's got, something for a seatbelt cutter, a window breaker, or a glass breaker rather. And that way she's got a knife that she's carrying too. And so same thing in here. Fisher Space Pin. This was also in my EDC gear regrets, just because it's not a bad pin. It's just not the pin for me. I prefer a click pin, something I don't have to open up, just something nice and simple, which is why I like the G2 Mini. But I figured I've got the gear laying around. Why not throw it in there? And of course, another mini Sharpie. I've got these everywhere. We've also got a flashlight in here, the ThruNite Archer Pro S. This is actually probably one of my top 3 flashlights that I owned. The only reason I'm not carrying it now is because I love my Phoenix PD25R so much. But this is a great backup light. It's a great EDC light. I would definitely recommend this. You can find these on Amazon as well. Third item that was on my EDC gear regrets was this little CRKT Prima. I mean, it's not like it's a crap design or anything like that. It was just something that I was at the clothing sales on base the other day, and they've got all these crazy extra little tools sitting up there. Or I'm sorry, not the other day, a while back. And I was like, oh, look at that. Another little EDC tool for $5. Cool, why not? Got a bottle opener on it, little pry tool, and the clip. I bought it. I think I hung it on my backpack for a day, maybe 2, and I never used it, never needed it. It was just something that I saw that was cool, so I picked it up. That was one of my EDC regrets because, as I mentioned in the video the other day, it was just something that I bought just because it was there. I thought, yeah, let me grab some more gear, and I haven't used it since. But figured I could throw it in here as sort of a pry tool or something that might come in handy. And then I've got the Benchmade Mini Griptilian with the sheep's foot S30V in steel. This is probably for a while was one of my top favorite mini knives. This thing was just sweet. I bought this at GP Knives. I live close by to them, so I went up there one day. Used to go up there a lot more, but I was up there one day and told them I was looking for another Benchmade. Wanted something small, a little bit more compact, and the guy I was talking to told me he had the drop point version of the Mini Griptilian, and he absolutely loved it. Just talked it up, hyped it up for me. So this is the one I decided to go with. And honestly, even without a pocket clip, I took that off. I love this knife. It's a great knife. It's hardworking. It's tough. Again, I feel like Benchmade is another one of those companies that's polarizing. You know, you pay the butterfly tax. Some people think they're way overpriced, and they have definitely gotten pricey. But that's not the point of what we're talking about today. Benchmade Mini Griptilian, especially in the sheep's foot, is such a great knife. And getting this out now, I feel like I want to carry it some more. So I may end up throwing the pocket clip back on there and swapping this knife out for something else. But back to the main point of this video. This was, again, a little EDC pouch I put together a couple days ago just because I got bored. I thought about the comment that guy left on my EDC regret video and thought, you know what? I've got all this gear. I should be using it, or at least having it ready. So this is what kind of helps me stay prepared now. I've got my backpack pouch, my card pouch, and this one is going to go in my wife's car, I think. Might have to take that mini grip out though. I don't want her messing around and losing that on me. So that's what we've got for today. Let me know what y'all think. Again, this might have been a complete waste of my time just throwing the stuff in here because I got bored one night. But at least I've got gear in different places, so I'm always prepared. As much as we take my wife's car different places, it'd be good to have something extra in there in case we need it. May not, maybe we will, who knows. But just wanted to bring you guys an honest video of what I do with my gear. And more importantly, what I do when I'm bored is just throw stuff together like this. But let me know what y'all think. Would you carry something like this? Do you have different dedicated sets of gear in different places, whether it's your car, your house, work, anything like that? Let me know what y'all carry and what y'all like. If you did like something in here, let me know. If you didn't, let me know as well. So hope y'all enjoyed this video. I appreciate y'all watching, and I will see you in the next one.